Hey guys, it's Jean-Claude, and we finished off the last deck of our last box in the last video we did. A lot of last there. And so we got ourselves a brand new one. The only problem is I don't think we're going to be able to finish this before the new set comes out, so I'm not sure how I'll take care of that, but, because I'm telling you, as soon as the new set comes out, I'm going to be so excited, we're just going to be right into it. Let's go with this deck. Let's see here. Yeah. Alright. Well, wish us luck. New box. Maybe we won't see any of those silly Sanctum decks that happen to have, 3 creatures in it. That was just kind of weird and awful at the same time. Logo, Shadows, and Dis. It's Steven, student of the Learned Mountain. Well, if there's any Stevens out there, you guys will probably appreciate this bad boy. Let's see here. So you got some great houses here. At least 3 of the 4 best houses. Logo, Shadows, Dis. Yeah, that's a strong little combination. Let's hope we get some great cards to go with it. We're starting off with Shadows. It's Silent Dagger. It's an upgrade. Aember, whenever you play it, this creature gains Reap. Deal 4 damage to the flank creature. Urchin, 1 power. He's elusive. Play, steal an Aember. Dodger, 5 power. Fight, steal an Aember. Macus Asp, 3 power. Skirmish, and he has poison. Uh-oh, well, it's only 3 creatures. Skeleton Key, it's an artifact. As an action, a friendly creature captures 1 Aember. Safe Place. Artifact, Aember, whenever you play it. You may spend Aember on Safe Place when forging keys. As an action, move 1 Aember from your pool to Safe Place. Relentless Whispers, Aember, whenever you play it. Deal 2 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, you steal an Aember. Lights Out, Aember, whenever you play it. Return 2 enemy creatures to their owner's hands. Hidden Stash, Aember, whenever you play it. Archive a card. Ghostly Hand, 2 Aember whenever you play it. If your opponent has exactly 1 Aember, you get to steal it. And the Bait and Switch, excellent. If your opponent has more Aember than you, you get to steal 1. Repeat this card's effect if your opponent still has more Aember than you. Very nice. What? Whoa! I was gonna say, that's the first time I've ever seen a card after Bait and Switch, because that's the last card, but check it out, it's a Maverick, and what an awesome Maverick it is. Mighty Javelin, normally a Brobnar card, and now we have it in Shadows. Aember whenever you play it. Omni Effect, sacrifice it, deal 4 damage to a creature. Wow, that's really good. Excellent. Now we're on to Logos. Neutron Shark, 1 power, play, fight, reap. Destroy an enemy creature or artifact and a friendly creature or artifact. Discard the top card of your deck. If that card is not a Logos card, trigger this effect again. Pretty cool. Ooh, Desania. 4 power, play. Your opponent discards each of their archived cards. You gain 1 Aember for each card discarded this way. I like this card quite a bit. Dr. Escotera, 4 power, play, gain 1 Aember for each forged key your opponent has. Doc booked in, 5 power, reap, draw a card. Wild Wormhole, Aember whenever you play it, play the top card of your deck. Twin Bolt Emission, 1 Aember whenever you play it, deal 2 damage to a creature, 2 damage to a different creature. 2 of those, excellent. Sloppy Lab Work, Aember whenever you play it, archive a card, discard a card. Remote Access, our first artifact control. Aember whenever you play it, use an opponent's artifact as if it was yours, very good. And we also have Normal Lab Work, Aember whenever you play it, archive a card. Fogify, Aember whenever you play it, your opponent cannot use creatures to fight on the next turn. Another Fogify, it's got to be the last Logos, right? Yes. Not a bad Logos. Now we're on to Dis, it's Flame Wreath. 1 Aember whenever you play it, it's an upgrade. This creature gets +2 power and gains Hazardous 2. Like this card quite a bit. That +2 power comes in handy. That Hazardous 2 is actually really awesome. Toxin, 3 power, reap. Your opponent discards a random card from their hand. Succubus, 3 power. During their draw card step, your opponent refills their hand to 1 less card. Stealer of Souls, 6 power. After an enemy creature is destroyed fighting Stealer of Souls, purge that creature and gain an Aember. 2 of those, okay. Love this guy. 6 power, being able to purge and gain some Aember is awesome. Wow, and we have a Restringuntus. 1 Aember whenever you play it. 1 power, play, choose a house. Your opponent cannot choose that house as their active house until Restringuntus leaves play. One of the easiest plays with this guy is just calling a house that you know your opponent has the most removal in, so it makes it really hard for them to take him out. Keyhammer, Aember whenever you play it. If your opponent forged a key on their previous turn, unforge it. Your opponent gains 6 Aember. Hand of Dis, destroy a creature that is not on the flank. Fear, return enemy creature to its owner's hand. Control the Weak, Aember whenever you play it. Choose a house on your opponent's identity card. Your opponent must choose that house as their active house on their next turn. Rise, wait, ooh, that means the next one has to be a Rise. Say we have 2 cards left. I don't think there's any card that can appear after a Rise, so choose a house, return each creature of that house from your discard pile to your hand. Gain a chain, must be another one? Yes it is, okay. So, I have a couple decks that have 3 Arises in it. I don't like 3. 2 is a good number, though. Let's go back through this deck. Very incredible that we have a Maverick in it. We had some pretty good creatures. So the Arise, let's check out once again how many disc creatures we had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is a pretty good number, especially whenever you look at the effects. You got Toxin, Succubus. I like the fact that we have at least 2 big creatures with it. And Restringuntus can do some pretty big things. So yeah, this makes the Arise pretty good. I know last deck there was only 5 as well, but they weren't quite the same thing. You at least want some bigger creatures in there, so that's nice. Yeah, the Control the Weak, Fear, we had some great control inside of this. Plus the fact that we can make a couple of the creatures bigger with Flame Wreath is very good. We had a decent amount of Aember inside of Logos. 1 artifact control. But look at all that Aember there. Very, very nice. The creatures weren't bad either. I like that this can be a little bit of a board sweep. And this, I think more and more people are starting to use some archive decks, and this is actually really good with that, especially if you start to see more Screaming Cave, Control the Weak decks that use Library of the Damned. This is a great counter to that. Let them suddenly get their Library of the Damned, get their archives real huge, then you make it where the Screaming Cave is less effective because you're getting rid of all those cards they archived. Let's see here. Let's actually sort. Let's put the Aember cards up here. Kind of go back through the disc and do the same thing. And we had like, I think, oh yeah, well, there's 3 in there, but I don't really count Keyhammer. It's too situational. A lot of times you're just going to discard it. Mighty Javelin has an Aember Nice. Got the Steel there. Some more Aember. Yeah, we got a decent amount of Aember in here. I always feel like anytime I have like less than 5 creatures in a house, I always wish there was just a few more. I love the Reaps. I love the additional effects the creatures have. So it seems a little bit weaker to only have 3 creatures. They're good, but they're not, you know. And so I would trade a lot of these just to have a few more effects. So let's see here. This is basically an Aember 2. Let's go through and count these. Well, that's a lot of Aember cards. So this deck might be pretty good, especially because you got the Arise and so on and so forth. So it's at least like 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, don't count that one, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That is a great Aember number right there. 21 is really good. Some of that was Steel. This is Capture, so that helps as well. You got the Steel there with Dodger. Conditional Urchin, you got it. So that's actually quite a bit of Aember there. Steel of Souls is going to get you some Aember. Usually, I would say every game you're going to get 1 or 2 because we had 2 in there. Tisania might be able to do it 2 as well. So there's actually a lot of Aember in here. Let's see, how many creatures? So 3. That's 8. 12. Yeah, we're pretty light on the creature department. And the real problem with that is we didn't have any like mass removal. I think this deck really needed a gateway to disc. We still had some that was okay. You got these, temporary, but you got there. You also had the Twin Bolt of Mission, so we got a little bit of damage we can do. Yeah, the Mighty Javelin's helping. Lights Out, okay, so it's not quite as bad as I was thinking about. It's a shame we only had 3 Shadows creatures to go with the Silent Dagger, though. If we would have had a few more, this would have been a much more reliable removal spell, essentially. So yeah, actually it's not too bad. Decent amount of removal. Yeah, I like this deck. You're just going to try and call whatever house you typically have the most of in your hand, burn it all out, get all that Aember, drop down whatever creatures you can, kind of ignore the creatures you played up until you have to essentially call the house again because that's what you have the most of in your hand, and you get to use the creatures again, or maybe your opponent's already dealt with them, in which case they didn't reap, they had to actually, you know, fight them. So this deck is actually, it's pretty good. It's going to be above average. I'm going to give this thing a nice solid B. Alright guys, I want to thank you very much for watching my videos, and I will see you next time.